And who is the only person in the history of baseball to be unanimously elected to the Hall of Fame? Let's find out. We live in a world of 1,000 pitches, a world where athletes have a half dozen ways to get you out. But there was a man who needed only one, a man of quiet dignity and unwavering faith, whose story began not on a manicured baseball field, but on a shoreline where the sand met the sea. He was a boy from Puerto Caimito, Panama, a modest fishing village. The family was poor, but rich in love and hard work, supported by his father, who was a captain of a fishing boat. This boy knew the sea. He knew the struggle of a fisherman's life. He would drop out of school in the 9th grade, and at just 16, start working on his father's boat, a job he called extremely hard. He spent 3 long years learning the trade, all the while dreaming of a different kind of work, becoming a mechanic. He saved every penny he earned, hoping to one day open his own automobile repair shop. But the sea is a harsh mistress, and 2 incidents, the death of his uncle in a boat accident and the capsizing of his own ship, would steer him away from that life forever. But he had another love, a childhood love played out on the beaches during low tide. He and his friends didn't have much. They used milk cartons for gloves and tree branches for bats. Their baseballs were wads of shredded fishing nets taped together. He considered it just a hobby, until a series of ankle and knee injuries forced him to quit his favorite sport, soccer. So he focused on baseball, joining a local amateur team at age 18. A scout for the New York Yankees saw him play shortstop in a tournament in 1988. The scout, a man named Herb Rayburn, wasn't impressed. He didn't think this young man had what it took to make it to the big leagues. But a year later, everything changed. In a playoff game, with his team's pitcher faltering, he was asked to take the mound. He had no experience pitching, but he was good. He was very good. Another scout heard the buzz, and this young man, all 155 pounds of him, was invited to a Yankees tryout. The first scout, Herb Rayburn, was there. He was shocked to see him pitching. The young man's fastball was only 85 to 87 miles per hour, but Rayburn saw something special. An effortless, smooth motion, and raw athleticism. On February 17, 1990, the Yankees signed him to a contract with a $2,500 bonus. The boy from the fishing village was now a professional ball player. He would go on to spend 19 seasons in the big leagues, all with the New York Yankees. He would become a 5-time World Series champion. He would be named the World Series MVP in 1999. And the ALCS MVP in 2003. He developed a cut fastball that became a thing of legend, a pitch so dominant it would break hitters' bats. When he entered the game, Enter Sandman blared through the stadium speakers. You knew the game was over. He retired as the all-time leader in saves and games finished. His career ERA was 2.21. In 2019, he became the only person in the history of baseball to be unanimously elected to the Hall of Fame. And the name of this fine gentleman? Well, you might know him as Mariano Rivera.